do believe we are completely ready for our bonus game, Skator Gator 3D. So Ozmourn, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Rara. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful night. You probably saw me earlier with Manifold Garden, and now I'm doing Skator Gator 3D. If you've seen me run this in the past, I also ran it at AGDQ 2024. And so it was a race with Allison 8-Bit. Shout outs to her. But right now we're just gonna see the game solo. It is about a little gator who lost the deed to his swamp, and we're gonna go back and try and find the guy that stole it. There's a whole like lore and like a manual that you can see on the Steam page. It's very nice. This is a game that's $5 on Steam. And you can go get it now. You can learn the run in a day, and you don't need to like down patch or anything like that. Like, I'm doing this on the most recent build, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend checking it out. But with that being said, I do know that there is a bid war for the skin right now. And last time I checked, Sakura was in the lead. Is that still true?
One quick refresh. Let me check on that. And yes, Sakura did win with $16.63. Thank you so much for your donations, everybody. We get to do my favorite color.
Yee, wonderful. So we have Green Jimin, Cyanthony, Cherry Cola. We also have Sunny G over here. But we got Sakura today. We have 13 skins, I only chose 5. But Sakura is going to be our player for the day. This run has 13 levels. It's very quick, and if we're good at the game, we should do it in under 10 minutes. But we'll see how good we are today. So, time is going to begin once I enter the first level. So, you'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So, Skater Gator 3D, there are 2 main mechanics in this game, and that is rail grinding and also just the basic platform that you see. As you can see here, when I'm on rails, I can boost myself forward using the same button that you use to dash. The rail grinding sections are very tedious sometimes, in the sense that if you die, you have to like start them over because there's no checkpoints on rail grind sections. And usually when you're on like just regular platforming sections, if you like accidentally take damage or fall into the lake, you can just you'll just get put back to the last like place you were standing, and if you die, you'll get put back to the last checkpoint. But on rail grinding sections, it's not so much the case. But as you can see here, it's a very fast-paced platformer, and we're already doing some major things such as like super jump. And so all you have to do is dash and then jump, and you'll get extra distance and height on your dash or on your jump. And so those are pretty basic mechanics that will add up throughout the run. And you can use them like right here to like skip that area and go straight to this platforming section. We'll have some boost pads here even on the rail grinding sections, and we're also going to be abusing a boost pad right here by doing something called teledashing. And all that it does is it pretty much racks up a bunch of speed when you pause on a boost pad, and during that pause section, it'll like just keep building up speed until it gets to the max amount of speed that you can build up. And so you can use that in order to just immediately transport yourself or teleport to wherever the boost pad will send you. Usually it'll just be in the same direction as the boost pad, and it'll only go so far because there's only so much speed you can rack up during that pause screen. Here's another really difficult one, and hopefully I can get the timing right, and I got it. Okay, nice, first try. That is objectively the hardest teledash in the whole game, so I'm glad that I got a first try here. And there you go, level complete. And as you can see, this game also has like little like times that you can beat in the corner, and so this is very speedrunner friendly. It's very it incentivizes you to speedrun essentially. Right now we are in a boss mode, which is entirely on rails, so we don't want to die, or we don't want to fall down at least, because otherwise we have to start this part over. There's like going to be one checkpoint coming up here soon, but since it's just rails now, it's also a really good time for Rare to say anything if you would like to.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw when you were starting this that the soccer skin really likes haikus.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I would like to challenge chat and the audience and all the folks here to send me some haikus, because those are so much fun to read. So our final goal here is the $3,000 or $3,250. And we are only $186.10 away from meeting that. That is basically nothing. I know that we can do it. Send me some haikus. Let me read those, and I will try to read them in my best ASMR, calming, zen voice that I can muster for you.
Yes. In this incredibly high-octane platformer. We need some dichotomy here, you know. But right now we're in the evening time levels, and so after like each boss phase, you're going to go from the evening into later in the day. You saw that boss was a mysterious figure who we do not know the name of yet. But he's the guy that stole our deed. And also the rail grinding sections, you saw that there was like some lava on there, or like fire. You can take damage, like, and it won't like knock you off of the rail or anything like that, but you want to also be careful, because again, if you fall off a rail grinding section, you have to start it all over. And so those could be like pretty much the biggest sources of time loss. We're going to teledash here, and in this level we also got introduced to the new mechanic known as the eels. When you get an eel power up, essentially every time that you like dash or grind on a rail, you're able to have the essentially have the eel shoot a bit of electricity down the rail, and also the eel will spin around you and kill any enemies that are around you, and so that's a pretty useful thing the eel will do. And just will able to kill any enemies that are in your way, which is very nice. So now we're gonna go to Twilight's Town. This is a first example of like a small little skip that was like pretty much dev intended. There are small little shortcuts that you can use in this game, and you can just super jump over here onto this tire right here. The tires are bouncy, which is very nice. And so that's the first example of just like a nice little skip that was put there for the developers, because again, the developers pretty much expect you to like try and speedrun this game. It's kind of built for it, and so they are very nice in putting wonderful little shortcuts in there for you. Right here, it would beware of foes. The timing on these rails when the bees attack you are one of the most finicky things in the world. And you want to also make sure that you time your dashes correctly so that you kill these bees and they don't hurt you. We're going to do another dev-intended skip right here onto this tire. Oop, let's try that. Oop, I don't trust that jump. Let's try that again. Perfect. And we're going to teledash onto this one specifically, so that teleports us right onto the rail instead of in front of it. And we'll get immediate dashes. And we're also going to be doing a nice little shortcut found by Alice in 8-bit, where we can just super dash on the tips of these roofs in order to skip a lot of platforms you see on my left-hand side, and go directly to the end on these on these fire rails. And you can just tank damage here at the end. Once you need to move out of the way, that bee will just attack you. So now we're going into another boss fight right here. A fight till the night. This one is a bit more like precise, but it's not really anything that we haven't already seen. And so again, Mara, this is a nice time for some announcements or anything you want to read as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So a quick reminder of what we're all here for. So like I said, we have raised $3,063.90 far for Little Warriors. And Little Warriors is a national charitable organization focused on the awareness, prevention, and treatment of child sexual abuse. We also advocate on behalf of and with child sexual abuse survivors. So for more information on that, visit littlewarriors.ca.
Thank you so much for that. So right here, we're being foreshadowed into a mechanic in which like the eel will shoot electricity down whatever rail you jump onto, and now you can see that was able to give a little bit of damage to the boss of that level. And so we're going to see that boss later, and that kind of just foreshadows how we're going to defeat the boss in the final level. Right here we're in the nighttime levels, which is probably the hardest levels in terms of platforming, but it's also really cool because we get introduced to another mechanic here, and that is the wings. This gator can in fact fly. So we're going to just be using the super jumps. Sometimes you need to be careful in how you use your super jumps, because if you like time it wrong, the game will like eat up one of the wings that you have, because you can build up wings if you gain more than one at a time. So we're going to be using this wing. We're going to be teledashing. Oh, no, we're not, because I lost the wing. As I said, sometimes the game can eat up your wings. We're going to... Come on. We're gonna grab this wing back up here. There we go. Gonna teledash again. Perfect. We're gonna use this wing to go over 2 steps to get to that rail here. We're going to be using the wings again over here to walk across and to jump over the grass here. Oh, okay. Thank God that only actually affected right here. I didn't realize where the game was going to respawn me if I had accidentally messed that up, but it's all good. Only around a 20-second time loss, which is perfectly fine in the grand scheme of things. This is Pollution Panic. This is there's this level, and then there's like the final level, and then there's the boss. And so we're going to be using the wings to our advantage here. I'm so shocked that I did not die there, but I guess I managed to latch onto a little bit of low geometry at the bottom here. We're going to be racking up all of these wings here because we're going to be using them to our advantage later. We're going to have 4 wings attached to us at a time. And now using them across here. Perfect. We're going to be trying to get up here to this area. I want to leave at least 2 wings, what I'm about to do next. We're going to be teledashing on this last pad. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Come on. There we go. I want to be very careful with how I time this. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to be essentially using the... because the game, when you get teleported towards the end of the level, also pushes you back a little bit. And so we're going to be using the wings to kind of stop ourselves and our momentum in order to be able to land on a safe spot to get to the end of that level. So right here is the last like platforming and rail grinding level. It's the lead up to the final boss. We're going to be using some pretty nice strats here. First and foremost, using this car to get up here. We're going to be grabbing this wing, and then we want to make sure that we don't use it because we're going to be teledashing right here. Ooh, okay. We're going to try it again because, again, we do not want to lose the wing. That's very important that we do not lose the wing. And so we're going to be coming here, teledashing on the left side. And we're going to land right there. Perfect. We want to super jump up here. And then super jump up here again. At the peak of the jump, use the wing. And that essentially skips like over a minute of the level. What I just did right there. So that's very, very fun. It's also one of the hardest tricks in the run. And it's at the very end of the run. So that's always fun when you're grinding. So we're just going to be going through here and using our eel that we just got to clear out all the enemies at the end of this level and get the deed. So, or at least we think. But of course, we still need to get to the final boss, Trader Gator himself, which is his official title. And so we're going to be fighting Trader Gator. There is a fast kill or a fast cycle you can use, and I'm going to try and do it. I might be a little bit quiet for it, but essentially we're going to get some eels, and we're going to purposely bring ourselves on and then off and then back onto the rail right here so we can get more damage towards him. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. Once you're past this point, that first part was like the hardest part of the quick kill. Get it back here and here. And this should be the final shot right here. You want to jump so that you don't get on that boost pad, because otherwise it's going to jump before you could hit him. But time is going to be up in 3, 2, 1, time. That's time. All right, that's Trader Gator right there.
Excellent job. Wonderful.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm going to let this last cutscene play out. Thank you all so much for donating and getting up to $3,000 so that you can see Skator Gator 3D. It's a very cute game. Again, it's $5 on Steam. And like, it's very wonderful. There's also some console versions, but everything is timed in IGT, and pretty much everything that we do in the run, all the glitches, which is really just teledashing, and some precision platforming stuff, all of it can be done on any platform, and we time everything in IGT, so we add up all of the different times in each level together in order to determine your time for the leaderboard. Kind of how like Sonic games do it. It will add up each and every single timing for all the individual levels. And so really anyone can do it. And if you don't even need live split, honestly, because the game times all the levels for you. We will add up your time. It's okay. We just want more people to be involved in this game. Again, shout outs to Weathered Sweater for making this amazing game and for like being so supportive as we show it off to so many events. And Shout outs to Allison 8-Bit. Shout outs to Oh Hey It's Kara. Shout outs to Shovel Claws and Quacksilver. You know, all the people in the speedrunning community for this game. Very small, but again, this game is like it's like made for speedrunning, honestly. And so if you're looking for something that's cheap, if you're looking for something that's short and that's quick to learn, get this game, because you can, again, learn it in like an afternoon. So yeah, that's all for me. You can, again, as I said earlier, you can catch me on twitch.tv/Ozmourn. I stream once in a blue moon. And I'm going to be at Power Up with Pride in a week and a half, and I'm going to be at SGDQ 2024 running Gunbrella. And so it's not going to be anything like this game, but it's going to be a fun game nonetheless. With that being said, that's all from me. Thank you to the Prevent-A-Thon team for letting me do this. Thank you to all for donating to make it happen. And thank you to Rara for being a wonderful host.
And thank you to you for being a wonderful learner.